Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to another episode of Trudge Report. This is a recovery-based podcast, but don't worry. If you're not sober or you're not ready to be sober, we definitely understand, and we talk about plenty of other things, including sports, trending topics, mostly a good bit of nonsense. But regardless, we're here to have some fun. I'm here with my three good friends, Bill, Corey, and Greg. You can check out new episodes of Trudge Report every Tuesday. Please remember to listen on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Later every week, you can watch our episodes on YouTube and Facebook, but please be sure to download and stream on your listening platforms. Remember to like and subscribe on all social media handles at Trudge Report Pod. Again, that is at Trudge Report Pod. And we are brought to you, as always, by Stella Mix Podcast Management, the wonderful Miss Janine Stella. And we are happy to be here. We are all at our undisclosed locations. Gentlemen, it's good to be here. Let's go ahead and start with Greg. How are you this evening, sir?
Good to be here, boys. We're just gonna jump right into it. We got a nice packed full episode tonight. The two things I wanted to bring up in our Around the Horn. Number one, my Cleveland Guardians, aka the Windians. Currently, where we at? We are playing the
you're in the lead so far in the
we have been
Central.
Yeah, we are in the lead. We are playing the Oakland A's tonight, and we are currently beating them 8-1, bottom of the eighth.
Easy win. I was just gonna say,
which will put us at 14-6. Which, if the Yankees lose tonight, that means the Windians are gonna have the best record in baseball right now. We're tied with the Yankees. We got the second best diff right now in baseball. And like I said, it's a very young season, man. We're 20 games in, but for us to lose our ace after his second start of the season, Shane Bieber goes out for the season. He's basically done. I'm sure he's going to be done with the organization after this year. So it's just good to see our guys still fighting it and still going out there and doing it, man. Shout out to Billy Boy's Pirates. They're looking all right. I mean, they're not too far behind. So looking all right in the National League, I guess. But we'll see how it shakes out, right?
We're sliding fast, Greg. I don't know if you're trying to be funny right now, but it's not funny. I don't like it.
What happened to raise the Jolly Roger, dude? Come on. Where's all that energy at?
Unfortunately, this has been going on for decades, so I'll let you continue.
Indeed. No, indeed. And as you love to point out, being a Cleveland sports fan, it's certainly been plaguing us for decades as well. However, the kid that I work with, shout out to Ricky, who is a baseball connoisseur. This is the best. We're also 10-3 on the road, which is the best road record in the league. And the last time we started with this kind of road record, we won a World Series. Now, mind you, that was in the year 1940. So been quite a while, but we're living in the moment right now. So we'll see what happens. In other sports news, we are in NBA playoff basketball, one of my favorite times of the year. Currently, it looks like Miami is all but going to close the casket on the Chicago Bulls season. They're doing so without Jimmy Butler, which is awesome for that final play-in spot for the 8th seed. And then we got the Kings and the Pelicans tonight to shore up the Western Conference. But yeah, I just want to throw out a couple of my spicy picks for what's going to shake out in the NBA playoffs. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I do pick the Dallas Mavericks to upset the LA Clippers. I pick the Timberwolves to take out the Suns. And here's a big one. After a lot of looking at things and I could be completely wrong here, but I think the Lakers in 6 over the Nuggets.
No way, dude.
Yep.
You're tripping.
We'll see. We'll see.
You're tripping. And Dallas, I don't think that can be considered an upset. Aren't they like the 5?
Well, it's 4 and 5.
Yeah. Okay.
It's 4 and 5. But I'm taking the Mavs over the Clippers.
I think Dallas is the better team. They have been the last few months.
Yes,
easily.
They have.
Easily.
Clippers
And
stink.
God,
I
no,
think
the Lakers cannot get by.
All right, we'll see. Heading over to the East, I do think, as much as I can't believe I'm saying this, I think from a matchup perspective, the 76ers actually stand a chance to beat the Knicks. And they might stretch it to 7.
It'll be the best
and we'll
series
see.
of the first round for sure. That series will be the best series of the first
absolutely think
round,
so.
East and West, hands down.
Yeah. Unless soft Embiid comes out, which that's about it. You got about a 50-50 shot of soft Embiid coming out.
Nothing soft about Philly.
Then, you know,
He didn't look too soft the other night.
Where do you figure out who Embiid is, Corey?
We stay hard.
That's what she said.
Yeah, definitely the best series though of the first round. But I don't know, man. I don't feel great about my Cavs. I think we'll make it out of the first round.
Nobody
we
does.
are
Don't
playing
worry.
the Magic. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, like after talking with some people this week and after watching some clips and stuff like that, the Magic are not a team to play around with, you know, and
Their defense
just doesn't seem like
strong on defense.
their perimeter defense is lights out. They're one of the best in the league, and that's where a huge part of our offense comes from is the perimeter shooting. So we'll just have to see, but it just doesn't feel like the dog mentality is there. So I think if we get lackadaisical, we'll see an exit in the first round. If we do make it out of the first round, we will almost undoubtedly have the Celtics waiting for us, which is going to be really tough.
No offense, but your Cavaliers were getting absolutely ripped apart on ESPN the other day when it appeared. I'm not saying they did, but it appeared they kind of tanked that last game.
They did. That
could have gotten them a higher seed. They tanked it so they could play Orlando, which is that's terrible. That's like saying hey, I'm only sober. I'm only going to be sober, you know, until I get married. Like, you know what I mean? It's like just putting it out there.
Well,
like,
what's wrong with that?
That was tough.
Listen, no. I love my Cavs, but that showed
loser mentality,
so
Bill.
much weakness. It's a loser mentality.
I guess
I
agree with all those people.
I'd rather win one round. We want to try to get a better chance of winning the first round when eventually you're going to have to go up against the buzzsaw anyways. It's a loser mentality.
So if you're
hang a banner, you want to hang a banner for winning one round in the NBA playoffs? Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
And here's the thing. Is if
says you don't believe in your
game, if we would have won that game and slid into the Bucks spot, the Pacers have dusted us all year long. We've won one game against them, I believe, all regular season. You
got to play someone eventually anyway. It's like this,
absolutely.
And that, you know what I mean?
But I agree with Shawn. I agree with the people tearing us up on ESPN.
It
did it.
Because I liked you guys for a while too this year.
I mean, I still like the team. I just don't feel like any. Here's the deal. Like my boss says it all the time. He goes. There are more people, like if more people, the fans and the analysts and the media, like actually stood up every once in a while and called these guys losers, maybe that would change some things, because these dudes, I mean, they'll make more money in a year than most of us will ever see in a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? And to go out and kind of just give a half-assed effort like that or tank on purpose is just
and it goes to the overall like landscape of NBA basketball with like load management and all that. It's all kind of in the same arena. But anyways,
absolutely
management.
I can get down that.
Yeah.
I can get down that rabbit. We'll tell you.
Absolutely.
We'll explain it to you, Corey. Don't worry.
Okay. Hey, can we? Can you guys tell me? Can you guys tell me if you agree that the NBA probably has the worst team names out of all major sports? What the hell is the Clippers?
No.
What's the Magic?
I think
hockey.
Somebody
definitely
bullshit. Where's
I don't even.
Where?
No, the USL does. The new football league has the Brahmas.
Oh yeah.
That's terrible.
I said major sports. They're not. I wasn't really thinking about all that. But where does the Magic come from? Is that Disney World?
Because
is that
Disney Magic, yeah.
Are you serious?
Dude, absolutely. Like, duh.
Well, I'm not going to hate on Disney, so.
The Boston Celtics.
You love Disney. Yeah, you should be at the game
Celtics,
like this.
Irish.
Even the 76ers, I think, lacks
that one, I don't know.
That's
no, of course you guys don't know. It's
what?
Yeah, it's 1776. Yeah, real inventive.
Oh,
cool.
What about the Condors? Pittsburgh Condors.
They're not even around anymore.
That's
Don't
the
listen
old
to him,
school,
Corey.
baby.
He's trying to confuse you.
I think I'm out of names, honestly, that I could think of as far as NBA goes.
Good. Hey,
I got
good.
3.
Good run though, Corey. I appreciate your effort. Go ahead, Greg. Go finish up.
Oh, I got the only thing I'll say is hopefully if we go down in this first round, at the very least, the best thing I can see coming out of it is we will finally get rid of one JB Bickerstaff, who I don't think can coach a fucking little league game. So get him out of there.
It's a bad name too.
Yeah, that's a bad name. I agree. All right, thank you, Greg. So Corey, I actually had you next, but since we're already talking about basketball, I'm going to go next, and then let Bill go.
Oh yeah,
because it's no secret you don't really know much about basketball, but I will get get your chance. You will get your chance. Don't get me wrong.
All right. I know plenty about basketball. So.
No, you don't.
Go ahead.
That's the one with the orange ball, right?
Yeah. I know you know about the 76ers.
I know everything about hoops.
But instead of going to you next and talking about the NHL and then coming back to basketball for the sake of continuity.
Oh, I wasn't even going to mention the NHL.
Okay.
We'll spoil my segment.
I'm excited too for NBA playoffs. I love the NBA. I think it's like the tale of two conferences, man. The West is real true. I know Bill mentioned the Clippers are soft, whatever. I don't totally disagree with that. They shouldn't be with the roster they have, but like that top 6, even the Kings and the Lakers were, well, I'm assuming the Kings are going to beat the Pelicans without Zion Williamson. So, and Ingram's still half hurt, and CJ McCollum was terrible the other night. So I'm assuming that's going to happen. I could be wrong, but even the Lakers and the King, the 7 and the 8 seed, are, those are two strong seeds. As much as I don't think the Lakers can beat Denver, I don't want to, like, I say that almost more out of like, I just don't want them to beat them, but I still don't think they can. But the Suns, if the Phoenix Suns get hot, the Clippers theoretically could get hot if Kawhi's healthy and they're all healthy. The Mavericks are playing unbelievable right now with Luka and Kyrie. I mean, they're finally learning how to play together. And then you got OKC, Denver, Minnesota at the top. I mean, truly, I legitimately could see any of those 6 teams in the conference finals. Like, really and truly. I do think Dallas will beat the Clippers. I have my ideas on those. The Suns at times have looked like just lost, but I think it is the wild, wild West out there in the Western Conference. The East, on the other hand, I know Boston has choked in the playoffs a few times, or I shouldn't say choked because they have gotten to the finals a few times and they have gotten to the conference finals, but they were beat by an 8 seed Miami last year. They got kind of their tails run in 6 games by my Warriors a few years ago. And the Celtics were the heavy favorite. I mean, they did. It wasn't really close. That series was not really that close. Like, I think it might have went 6 games, but it wasn't really. The Warriors won that easily. But I will say this: the Celtics, all those other years, they were like arguably the first or second seed, meaning their record was like even if they were the first seed, they were close to the second seed record, or vice versa. I think one year Milwaukee was 1 and they were 2, but they were close. This year, they have lifted and separated big time. Yeah. They got Porzingis.
The disparity is huge.
Oh, big time. And not just that, they've been beating the pants off of teams. Like, their win percentage, their point differential has been through the roof this year. So I do think heads and tails, they are a better Boston Celtic team than we've seen. In theory, Milwaukee can give them a push, but they look so bad lately, and their defense is terrible. Yeah. I don't know who else in the East could really give them a run. Like, I truly don't. Mm-hmm. Could it be a fluky and somebody else win the conference finals? Sure, but I don't see I see the Celtics easily getting to the conference finals, and they should go all the way. Finals. Whether they win, whether they can stand up against a Denver or even a Minnesota or even an Oklahoma City, young and just running. I don't know, but
speaking of which, I got to give shout out Chet Holmgren, dude.
Unbelievable, dude.
The guy, everybody loves to talk about, a lot of these other guys. Chet Holmgren is unbelievable to watch, and they're a fun team to watch. It's just
if Victor Wembanyama wasn't a rookie, Chet Holmgren would win Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely.
And it wouldn't be close.
Absolutely.
It really wouldn't be close.
Well, I don't think he's a rookie because he got hurt, right?
Well, technically he is eligible for Rookie of the Year because he got hurt, but still, yeah. But he would win, like hands down. So I'm excited. My Warriors spit the bit. It was terrible. I'm the first to admit it. It was absolutely terrible. I was very disappointed. But
real quick, what happens with Draymond after this year?
No, he signed. He signed.
Oh, is he signed?
They extended him last year for like 3 years, I think. So it's Clay. Clay is the big question mark on what they're going to do. But Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy, their GM, they're on record saying Klay Thompson is a Warrior and we'll do whatever we can to keep him a Warrior. Which, listen, low-key, I know, I get it. You guys can say whatever you want about the Warriors. We sucked this play-in game this year. The season wasn't even all that great. Clay had a rough season. Draymond was suspended for like half the year, which is another conversation. But there's something to be said for those three players, that core, if they stay with one team for the rest of their career. You don't see that anymore. I think that's special, and I like that. That hits me in the heart. That's why why Jordan is the greatest. So that's all. Your turn, Bill. Oh, shout out to Scotty Scheffler real quick. Shout out to Scotty Scheffler, Masters champ. We'll talk about golf as we get closer to the U.S. Open in June. But real quick, I forgot about this, guys. You know what? I'll save that. I was going to go a whole different route. Go ahead, Bill. Your turn.
Oh, cliffhanger. All right. I like it.
Again. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah.
Can I go now?
I did say you were going to go last.
You did?
Give me the mic.
Yes.
All right.
I said me and then Bill and then you.
Shawn, good. I agree. Very heartfelt message about the Warriors. I personally couldn't be more excited that sun is set. Because God, the annoying.
Don't say that.
I say that.
All they need is one key piece, one young buck key piece.
You know what? The string that attached that for me is, as a Pittsburgh Penguins fan, it's the same thing. The players are washed. We signed them to big contracts to keep them there their whole career. We should trade them. We should trade Malcolm. We should trade Crosby and try to rebuild something. Because
when's the last time the Pittsburgh Penguins won a national championship?
It was
10, 2010.
What?
No,
like
since
14 years ago.
No, it wasn't that long ago at all.
How long ago?
No, 15 or 16. 16.
Yeah, okay, but still like almost a decade. 8 years.
Right.
Okay, my Warriors won it 2 years ago, so.
Okay. Well, you know what? So anyway. Yeah, so I
think they've won 3 since the last time you guys won. Just saying.
The Warriors? Yeah. Well, listen, different eras, Shawn. Okay.
2017, right. Bill. Not to give you guys credit.
Listen, they would have won how many with Durant? With Durant there, they would have won a lot less without him, is what I'll say. Anyway, NBA overall is not the product it used to be, in my opinion. I really have a tough time with it, but I am into it again this year. But you mentioned Klay Thompson and his shooting woes, and Corey, that's a basketball player, just so you know. But and Embiid is also a basketball player. He plays for Philly.
He's the only one I know.
But
but he knows a lot about basketball.
I'm rooting for the great white hope this year in the playoffs, and that is Luka Doncic, because he is fun to watch. He is entertaining. Kyrie's all about flat Earth. I can get down with a guy who gets down with that, I guess, because it's entertaining. And I got to root for the Mavs as much as I don't really like Mark Cuban, but that's more of a personal thing because he's from Pittsburgh and he bought the Mavs. And I was like, you should have brought a team to Pittsburgh or bought the Pirates. That would have been the right move, Mark. You can still right this ship and buy the Pirates. Greg, I just got to tell you, dude, you're a typical Cleveland fan, way too rational about this, and we're going to lose because of this and that. In Steeler country, in Pittsburgh country, Greg, we're delusional. We don't care about perimeter defense. We are going to win. There'll be an obvious penalty. It was clearly the refs are blind. Okay, that's how you got to roll if you want 6 Super Bowls, all right? And no massage parlor quarterbacks. So, you got to get on the hype train of delusion. So, I'm rooting for Luka. The Pirates are going to turn it around this week. Next time we check in, we're going to be back on top of the division. We're 1 game out. If you guys didn't watch UFC 300 last week, that was absolutely incredible to watch. Those fights, you talk about heartfelt moments. You know, Justin Gaethje getting called out to the middle of the ring and going toe to toe in the last minute and just getting knocked out for entertainment factor. I mean, the heart in that. There was 5 really good fights on there. It was very entertaining. So I will say that the UFC sports won the week for me. So yeah. Besides that, you know, the draft is coming up this week too. So. You know, it's time for the Steelers to get a Hall of Fame center, get back in the game, and on to another Super Bowl. That'll be 7 at next February.
I heard Jason Kelsey's coming out of retirement and going to come play for Pittsburgh.
He's not welcome in Pittsburgh.
He would never.
Yeah.
I would never. And how did you?
It's going to be as a Cleveland Brown.
Maybe, but how did we all miss this? I woke up at 5 in the morning to listen to Taylor Swift's new song.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I didn't want to change.
I don't care. No, I don't care. Post Malone, you let me down, buddy. Too much auto tune on there, buddy. But Taylor, great job, girl. I'm not a big fan, but I'm a semi fan. But great job. I approve. It was huge.
You,
Shawn.
When she does the like razor, it's angelic.
I've never heard that noise come out of her mouth.
Well, it doesn't sound the same way, but when she gets that like
do it again.
Hi, it's me. That high pitch kind of like I don't even know, earthy. Like I always think if she's like floating, it's phenomenal.
She is floating.
It's her phenomenal. Delivery. It's just unique. I was thinking about
the pitch.
It's just unique. You just don't hear it because think of how many people try to mock her sound. Like you just, you know, it's unique. She's very mid, but it's a unique mid. And that's enough for most of us.
Yeah,
dude.
As I think Corey and I are on record as the Swifties of this group. I meant to start the show out with breaking news. I was gonna like have you guys in a totally different direction than just be like Taylor Swift's album.
Well, I was going to bring it up, but my place got switched on me.
Well, we were talking about the NBA. Now is a perfect time.
What's more important? All right. Is it my turn?
You done,
I go?
No.
Yes, it's your turn.
Bless the mic, Corey.
Bless that thing.
Okay. Yeah, so happy Taylor Swift album release day, guys. It should be a national holiday for sure. It's kind of seemed like one because everywhere you looked, people were dissecting lyrics. And I work in my bedroom with nobody and still somehow saw that all over the place. So that was interesting. We'll close on the Taylor Swift thing just because we already mentioned it a little bit. But the fact that we've already been through her accolades on the pod and stuff, but like the fact that she's like, okay, I'm dropping an album at midnight, you know, per usual, that's standard, right? But then at 2 a.m. drops her anthology with 15 additional songs for a total of 31 new songs. That's nuts. And I'm not a Taylor Swift fan to the point where I know all her lyrics.
And she's touring. Isn't she touring right now?
Well, too? And she's in the middle of a tour, yeah.
Theoretically, she did these songs a while back, but still.
Well, she's been on tour for like a year and a half. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's all impressive. But like if we turn this into apples and apples and not apples to oranges, if you compare this to Dave Matthews, if he dropped 31 songs while I was sleeping, I'd have a heart attack when I woke up being a Dave Matthews fan. You know what I mean? I imagine that some heart attacks happened this morning because of that. Amazing. She is amazing. She's such a workhorse. It's great.
Well, when you have ghostwriters, I mean, and all your songs sound the same, it's really not that impressive to me.
Moving on.
You're gonna send him into coronary, Bill.
I can't even, dude.
Corey, sorry, stand strong with me. Stand strong. Don't feed into it.
Don't feed.
He's trying to get you bubbled up.
Last thing I want to say about Taylor real quick is
she's beautiful.
Although I will admit that I don't find her insanely attractive, but
I do.
Whatever. I just don't. I don't know. She's very pretty. However, dude, that one song where I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but it's titled Thank You, Amy, and she capitalizes K
My wife was telling me about that
didn't she?
today.
Didn't she clap at Kim K or what?
Yeah,
Yep.
dude. So
good for her.
My wife was telling me about that.
Pathetic.
Gabby, no, it's not pathetic.
That's pathetic.
Oh my God,
I'm sorry.
Shots fired, dog.
Well,
Shots
do
here's
you
the
remember?
deal.
That beef was like 10 years old. Like,
You know what's
come on.
pathetic,
Like,
Bill?
out here
No.
doing
Full
capital
circle.
letters. You can't even say it directly. It's all innuendos and stuff.
No.
Get out of here.
No, you know what's pathetic?
Now she's Eminem diss
You know
track on people and stuff.
You know what's pathetic? Getting famous for a sex tape. That's what's pathetic. Kim
I gotta
Kardashian.
give her props for that. Like, she turned that into $1 billion industry.
I think that was
awesome.
her mother, but yeah, cool.
What?
Her mom did that. Her mom leaked the tape.
Really?
Yeah.
Mom knows
first of all,
what she's doing, bro. Mom
it's
was not
disgusting.
stupid. Yeah.
Her dad
Yeah,
was
she was
OJ's
making
lawyer.
money.
Shout out to OJ. 1 week down there with Satan. I mean, Jesus
Yeah.
got you, OJ.
No, Jesus
Boy
does
is
not
cooking.
have his back. Jesus does not have his back. Anyway, I just thought that was. I mean, I hate Kanye West and I hate Kim Kardashian and I can't even. I hate them now. I've always hated Kanye West.
Hey,
But,
dude, no, listen. I mean, Kanye's first 3 albums were absolute gold, and I don't care if you like him or not. Like,
No,
as
he
far
sucks.
as for what he did for hip hop in those first 3 albums in that time,
That guy's a
Dude.
piece of trash.
What?
I'm gonna clip this part
Why?
of me saying that he sucks.
Can you
He's
back?
why,
he's
though?
not.
Can you
Can
back
you
it up
back
and tell
that
us
up?
why?
beyond
I don't
just that
listen.
tape.
I don't like him either. I do agree with Greg. What he did for hip hop in those first, I don't know how many albums, but back then,
What
I
he
know
did
that,
for
and I don't
hip-hop.
even like hip hop. I know that he did put it on the map, but can you back up why you don't like, give us a reason instead of just like vociferously yelling at him?
No,
Okay.
I
The
don't like
College Dropout is
The whole-
a top 10 hip
That's
hop
fine.
album of all
I don't-
time.
I don't know. I honestly, I don't know anything about his music. Him
Thank
as a
you,
person,
Janine.
though. he
Janine,
sucks.
as always,
Oh,
the voice of reason in this group. She just put that his music is good. ... Him as a person is trash.
Yeah,
He's
he's
mentally unstable,
mentally
personally.
not well at all. Yeah,
I'm not even
thinks
sure he's
God.
malicious, like on purpose. He's just mentally.
he tried to run for president.
Listen.
The fuck?
Atta
Maybe
boy.
we need
A
it.
lot
Who
of
knows?
artists are like historical artists are wrong in their head. He's definitely one of them.
Yeah.
You know. But okay,
Anyway.
so go on to why it's
Taylor's
appropriate to diss
the only one.
Kim
That's
Kardashian after 10 years.
I don't know.
I just
not?
thought it was
That's
kind of
so
cool. Yeah, I just thought it was
thirsty.
funny.
Why not?
That's so thirsty.
Honestly, it was handled.
How
no,
is it
hold on,
thirsty?
hold on.
She doesn't need to be thirsty. She's
was-
been
Right. Like,
It was
why are you
handled-
doing this?
So I think it's like, yo, I don't need anything
Petty,
else.
dude.
I got
She's
the
like
world by the
40.
balls. I'm just
True.
gonna fucking,
She's 10 times more successful than they'll ever be.
All right. See, now I was on Taylor Swift this morning. There wasn't one song about Travis Kelce. That's
Yes, there
a
was.
loss.
There was
there?
2 songs.
Aren't they still together though?
Corey knows
Yes.
every lyric.
Was it
She
an
can't
innuendo?
make a song
Did
till
she
they break up.
capitalize Travis
there-
as an acronym through like other words, or was it like, "Hey, I'm banging the tight end for the Chiefs"?
I like the idea of the Easter eggs. I think that's very clever. And if you're a Swiftie, like a true Swiftie, that's probably everything to you. Like, that's awesome. That's creative. Good for you, Taylor.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
think she, instead of spelling Travis with a T, she uses CH. Travis. Wow, she hit it in there. One thing I did like from her little sheet, I don't know if it was like a tweet or it's the liner notes from the album, but I was reading through some of it and I thought this was kind of cool because it was almost akin to kind of what we do in recovery, but I liked this quote from her and it said, "This writer," and she's talking about herself obviously, "is of the firm belief that our tears become holy in the form of ink on a page. Once we have spoken our saddest story, we can be free of it, and then all that's left behind is the tortured poetry." And I thought that was
This is out of control,
Deep.
man. What has this woman ever really been through?
Janine, mute him.
This is out of control. You
Mute
guys are
him.
nuts. This is nuts.
We
Like,
don't-
this woman is overrated.
We'll have to have, honestly, we should have a whole segment and we can just lay out all the
because
reasons.
this is deep. You talk
Yeah,
about
we-
deep seated
we can
hatred.
spend an
I got
hour
some
on
for her.
Anyway, in other news, real quick, because you guys took all my time up, the Philadelphia Flyers are not going to the playoffs.
That is a pretty weird name. Just so.
It's just let me fucking talk, Shawn. All right. However, by losing in regulation we did the most Philly thing ever, and we took the Pittsburgh Penguins down with us. So, there was that. That was nice. We even, with like, I forget what it was, 4 or 5 minutes to go, we had to win in regulation. We had to win in regulation because if Washington got a point, we still lost the playoff spot. So, with about 4 or 5 minutes left to go, Tortorella pulled the goalie. And, you know, the hope was to get a goal there and, you know, all is well. But that didn't happen. They scored on our empty net, and we lost, taking Pittsburgh with us. So, I mean, there's a bright side to everything, guys. So,
unbelievable.
Yeah.
That was the most Philly thing ever, though, for sure. That was crazy.
I almost didn't even want the Flyers to go to the first
I'm pretty sure you
round.
guys lost on purpose just to do that. Like, you're like, we don't even care about the playoffs. Let's just take the Penguins.
I mean, they definitely weren't going to do much in the playoffs. So,
yeah. Well, shout out to them.
Florida Panthers, they're the real deal, huh?
they've been the real deal for a couple years.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up.
They're pushing.
What's up?
Constantine goes to their games all the time.
I know. He takes David
Shout out him.
as a little boy.
Yep.
Shout out him.
Corey, thank you. Sorry for displacing you in line.
Yeah.
It was for the sake of the pod. Thank you for your sacrifice, the continuity of the conversation.
I'm gonna send
Much
Janine a clip.
appreciated.
I'm gonna send Janine a clip that's like 10 minutes long to insert in here. Just of me talking.
Perfect.
All right, guys. So we're gonna get into some fun stuff here. We're gonna get into some power rankings. We're gonna power rank our favorite or our power rankings of fast food restaurants. Our favorite fast food restaurants. Why we like them. We got some parameters that we set. If you want to kind of go across the parameters real quick. And then
I'll just give a quick rundown. Yeah, and then Greg can get right into it. But basically, what we based it off of was taste, affordability or value, accessibility, meaning how much, nationally or wherever you can get to it. And the last one is nostalgia. And that means, remembering, right, Corey? Remembering what it brought up good memories of the past. So right to you,
bad
Greg.
Memories.
So Marcy's tacos don't count.
Narcy
Correct.
with an N.
Oh, Narcy, sorry. Like narcissist. Okay.
Correct.
Go ahead, Greg.
Well, first off, I just want to say that I think it's really messed up that you guys picked the fat kid to go first on this subject, but that's fine. All right, I'll fire it in. And
you volunteered to go first. Don't
you're
lie.
thick, dude. You're not fat.
Yeah.
This boy thick
AF.
thick with four C's, baby.
Greg, you could beat all
boy-
of our asses easily.
That boy's super thick.
Listen, as a disclaimer to this segment, and just in case my trainer is watching, shout out Corey Gunshow. But
Is that his
I
last name?
refrain. No, that is his that's his marketed name.
What he is in my phone, though.
Gunshow is not in fact his real last
Is he Gunshow in your phone? He is in mine. Corey Gunshow.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Corey was eating pizza yesterday.
Fucking did too, dude. I'm sorry. Damn. I did.
Wait.
Boy.
Did you do that before, like during the prep pod or after? Did you lie to us
Both.
on our prep meeting?
I did. No, when I answered you guys, I had
All of the
honestly
above.
not. No, listen. When I answered you guys, I honestly didn't take a bite of pizza. And then you guys saw how many times I left the meeting to go deal with my kids. It stressed me out.
Man.
It stressed me out.
with my kids.
It stressed me out. I then realized that I wasn't going to have time to cook anything else. So I ate 2 pieces of pizza.
He had a DiGiorno on the hallway floor.
Yep.
He just goes outside the door.
That's what took so long.
What do you mean you weren't-
Tears and sweat
Streaming,
streaming.
crying while he eats some pizza.
What do you mean you weren't gonna have time?
I just didn't have time.
Yeah,
It was dinner time. We got to eat.
Yeah,
right.
you
It's
gotta
like, why do you get high? It's like because
Oh wait, so
ran out
you
of
would have
time.
had time. You just would have eaten later.
What do you mean?
You said I didn't have time to make anything else. What
I got
were
it's
a
you
busy
essentially
life,
because he
Shawn.
likes the
What were
effect.
you
Shawn.
doing so busy that we couldn't?
I was prepping with the podcast, and then I had to get the kids in bed. They had to eat at a certain time. Kids in bed.
So you just wouldn't have eaten until later, is what you were saying. It would have been late.
Hey,
I was stressed out and I caved.
Got it. Okay.
Hey,
But
we
We
all
love
have
you,
those.
Corey.
Here's
We
the
love
deal.
you.
I think I still
I-
fell into my macros, so I don't care.
I had crumble cookie
That
last 2 nights in a row. So
Hey, listen,
No
as long as you're hitting those macros, dude, you can eat whatever you want, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you could fill up.
Correct.
You could fill up on donuts as long
Yeah,
as you stay inside
exactly.
that
Oh,
number.
you're gonna
Yeah,
hit your fat macro really quick.
Yeah, it'll be like 2 donuts, and then you're over
Right.
for the day.
Then you're
but
done.
But technically,
Can't eat
you
anymore.
could.
Technically, you
Well,
could, yes.
I don't know. See,
If
Corey
you
would
eat
say
donuts and applesauce for the entire day, you'll be all right.
no. Corey,
in Slim
Corey,
Jims.
Corey
Get your
would say
protein.
that you need to eat
Beef
like
jerky.
5 times a day, right? He
Shout
does a
out-
3x3 thing.
Shout out to Corey Gunner. Make Corey do
Gunshow.
yeah, whatever. Make Corey do like 50 extra push-ups tomorrow.
Let's take a quick break.
This week's episode is brought to you by Kohler Construction LLC, your leading roof, window, and siding expert in the greater Twin Cities area. That's going to be Minneapolis and St. Paul, Minnesota, for those of you that didn't excel in geography. So, if those 12 feet of snow have finally caused your roof to cave in, if you're still rocking single pane windows that rattle every time the wind blows, if the eclipse burned a moon-sized hole in the side of your house, or if you just need a great value Henry Cavill lookalike to show up at your home and talk to you about golf, baseball, or general construction, then call Corey at 612-471-3248 and let Kohler Construction take care of business.
Now back to the guys.
All right, Greg, take it away, man.
So
We're
yeah,
getting-
so
we're down this-
I refrain from this type of food nowadays as a recovering fat kid. But I, for the sake of enjoyment and nostalgia, and to have something to talk about, I wanted to open the thing up here with an honorable mention. Not just because I don't know if it falls into technically fast food, but also any opportunity I get to piss Corey off, the better. So honorable mention, Sheets. Sheets is greater than Wawa.
Attaboy.
I am the kind of guy I like to have options. For those of you in areas of the country that don't know, Sheets is a gas station, but they also make food. You go up to the little screen and you can order and make whatever you want. You can have breakfast all day if you want. You can take a burger and you can gangbang some mozzarella sticks into that burger and then put whatever sauce and cheese you want on it. And it is the most delicious thing you can get at a gas station.
Don't
Better than
forget the
any
acronym.
Wawa cheesesteak, which is essentially a wet diaper that you're walking out with.
Don't forget the acronym,
Soggy by
Greg.
the time you get into it. What's that?
Greg, don't forget
the
the acronym.
MTO.
Guys,
MTO. Corey, you know what
MTO,
an
baby,
MTO
made
is?
to order. Let's
That's
go.
right, baby.
Wawa isn't even fast food. Get it out of the conversation.
Okay, so
Good
that's why I
God.
said it's an honorable mention. Okay, so now we're moving on from that, but Sheets is greater than Wawa for anybody that wants to test that out.
Yeah, bullshit. Okay.
So my top 5 fast foods, this is based on Bill's metrics and everything like that, but also just on the overall quality. I got coming in at number 5, Shake Shack. Great spot. If it's not as well known, but if you've ever eaten at a Shake Shack, man, great burgers. Just really good overall. After that, Chick-fil-A. I mean, I don't know anybody. I don't know how you can hate on Chick-fil-A. Dude, they could be 80 people deep in the drive-through line, and you get up there, and they're just so happy. I think they give those people meth or something like that before their shift start. I don't know, but like they are so happy that you've chosen to order your food from them, man. And the food's delicious. The sandwiches, the fries, the whole experience. Love Chick-fil-A. Next up, I'm gonna, for the sake of not having 2 very like things back to back, I'm gonna go in this 3rd spot, Taco Bell. It would have been higher. I love Taco Bell. I love the nostalgia of Taco Bell. I love the inside of the Taco Bell from the 90s is a whole vibe. And if I could base my wardrobe around it, I would. But here's the deal, people. If you've never been to a 4-hour concert where you get dehydrated and rock out and then have to fight through a parking lot and then drive to the closest Taco Bell, which is the only thing open in the morning, and then wait for 45 minutes in line and then get around and order $50 worth of Taco Bell, you ain't living, and then you don't even, like, most of the time get it home. You and your boys just pull over and smash it in the car.
We've done that all over the country, Greg. It is phenomenal.
Corey and I are connoisseurs of the late night Taco Bell, man.
Oh yes.
And it never gets old.
Nope.
So yeah, coming in at number 2, man, Culver's. Culver's is bomb, dude. The butter burgers, the cheese curds, what do they call their little, like, whatever it is? Shawn, help me out here. What's their dessert? The
concrete mixer.
Not a blizzard.
Yeah,
concrete mixer.
Yeah.
Concrete mixer. Yeah. That thing's bomb. But yeah, great food. Culver's, excellent spot to get a burger. And coming in at number 1, some people wouldn't consider it fast food. I certainly do. The tried and true Chipotle. I'm a Mexican guy. I love me some Mexican, and Chipotle never gets old. Like, yes, it's the same stuff. Yes, sometimes you go in and deal with the guy that you got to, like, really eyeball him and be like, bro, that's all the steak you're going to give me. Like, you know how much money I'm paying? Like, don't make me come over the counter and lose it on you because you're not giving me enough steak. But it is delicious every time. It never fails, It's Chipotle. It's fantastic. So
that's when you hit him with the little. That's when you hit him with a little. You get, bro. Right, just a little bit more.
I've perfected that. There's a better way to do this, gentlemen.
There's a way to do it, and they don't charge you.
Here you go. Let me get a double protein, and then as he half pours, you say, "Oh no, actually, I changed my mind. I don't want double protein." And then he just slides it down.
You're so scummy, dude.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Pittsburgh, bottom of the barrel.
It's gonna work every time.
Yeah. Are we jumping right into overrated, or are we going to go through?
Let's come around. Let's go around top 5 first. We'll come back and mention our overrated at the end.
Right.
So.
Send it.
Good stuff, Greg. All right, Corey. I bumped you up in line.
Oh, good. Thanks.
No, I didn't. You're actually you're second. You're second in this segment.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
Do you want me to come back?
No, I want to do it. I want to say it.
I got it. No, here I go. No, just kidding.
Greg, I am currently looking for vintage.
Corey, you're
Taco
muted.
Bell.
I'm just kidding.
You mother,
you're
dude.
Good. You're good.
Jeannie, and I'll just send you my clip, okay? All right. I'm looking for vintage Taco Bell clothing now. I imagine that they have a pajama set, which would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I went by my own damn parameters because I don't listen to anybody and what they tell me to do. But I guess we'll start at 5, like Greg did, right? You started from 5.
That's 5 where you do it.
On up. Yep.
That's how Chris Canty does it on ESPN.
I have mine. Yeah, this is about to slap, guys. I have mine on a Post-it note here, and I just wrote them down. I didn't even put them in order. So I'm actually putting them in order on the fly right now. And we're going to go with Wendy's as number 5. Solely because because they used to be good. I don't even think they're as good as they used to be today. The last time I had Wendy's was probably a couple years ago at this point anyway. But I will say that when you're new in recovery, the 4 for $4 kind of slapped, right? Don't have a lot of money. Gotta make it last.
Bag.
Right.
Same concept, but
years ago when the Baconator came out, I think I was a kid. Sure. That was something else. That was big news. So anyway, if one more person shakes their head at me, I'll be getting in my car. All right. Next is McDonald's, and this is actually by Bill's nostalgia parameter. I just personally like it. Again, kind of sucks today, to be honest. I have not had good fries from McDonald's in a long time, and I will say the same disclaimer that Greg said. I haven't even eaten fast food in a while, and when I do, it's my number one. So we'll get there. But I just have memories of going to McDonald's with my dad and inhaling the French fries because they were the best that you could ever get, and the milkshake was awesome when the machine was working. So that was rare, but That's a nostalgia thing more than anything. I mean, it sucks, but every now and again you want McDonald's and you want it to suck. I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna go Chick-fil-A next. I'll pretty much leave that where it's at. Greg hit it pretty good. I mean, it's real deal chicken. Really good. Milkshakes are, top tier. Then it pains me to put this second. Again, Greg's list was very, very good. It is Culver's. I'll say this about Culver's. It is way better than Five Guys. Way better than Five Guys. I mean, it's not even close. And it's more affordable. It is the best burger that you can get for under $10. And you're going to get fries and a drink with that for just about $10, maybe some change. There's no better way. There truly, if somebody asks me, hey, I want a good cheeseburger, where can I go? I'm probably going to say Culver's, even before some restaurants in town, honestly. But anyway, it's good. I don't know who goes there and gets a sour melt or what sourdough melt. What the fuck was that?
Shawn.
Yeah. It's a patty melt, guys. Give me a break.
Little patty melt.
All right.
Disappointed us.
Number one is in fact Taco Bell. I'll concede to this again, just like with a lot of these. Not as good as it used to be. Probably more expensive than it needs to be, as many things are. But the same order I get now costs me about $11. It used to cost me like $6. That kind of pisses me off. But like Greg said about the concerts, nothing hits better after a concert than Taco Bell. It is just my favorite trash can of a fast food restaurant. When I don't know, you guys don't go to fast food restaurants hoping for the best quality food, do you? I don't. When I go there, I want crap. For the most part, I want good crap. But Taco Bell is the best crap you can find.
That's an oxymoron, but all right.
I know. It doesn't
It
make
makes sense though. I get it. It is, but I get it. It makes sense.
Hey, we live by a lot of those, right? So,
all right.
Jumbo shrimp.
That's it for me. I get the number 7 for anybody that wants to know. Chicken quesadilla, the sauce on those things, ridiculous.
Slaps.
I do. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. The jalapeno sauce, the creamy jalapeno, I always get an extra side of it. Always.
Yep.
That's another thing where if you do it, you wait till you get to the window after you get them your card. Oh, hey, by the way, I get an extra side. They usually don't charge.
Oh, but I'm the scumbag.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's like 89 cents.
Same thing.
That's
Oh,
like
that's
whole
cheaper.
$1.
Oh, so
that's
it's
like a whole
cheaper.
$1.
It's okay.
Yeah.
The
I was gonna
principles
say
are irrelevant. It's the price.
That sucks too. Is that the side of sour cream is like 90 cents? Like, come on, dude.
Dude,
barely
you're paying
fill up the
$1
little
for
thing.
a taco. Step it up a little bit. Come on.
See, that's all right. I'm gonna get into that because you're not anymore. All right, good stuff, Corey.
Good.
So I'm gonna put Taco Bell as 5, simply because it's nostalgic for me. You guys have all heard my story. I had this old Delta 88 Oldsmobile back when I was getting high and drinking. That it just had one of those plastic cup holders that wasn't fastened to anything. And in that car, it's a box seat in front, and it just has the hump in between, you know what I'm saying, on the floor in between the driver and the passenger. And I had this plastic cup holder. It had a change thing and 2 cup holders, and it wasn't fastened to anything. And I would get so drunk and go to Taco Bell at night, and I'd get my combo, the chicken quesadilla combo, plus a whole bunch of other stuff, which I'll get into that in a minute, and a large fruit punch, dude. The large fruit punch, like just drunk as shit. And so many times it'd be in that cup holder, and I'd bust a turn left or right, and it would just spill on whichever side I was turning on. Sometimes it was on my feet.
87 ounces of
bro. Sometimes it was on the right side and like the passenger side rug. Because I had like the rubber mat on my side, but the passenger side rug, it didn't have a floor mat, it was just rug. And it was like this stained, this like dark blood crimson red for years, man. Just like so many fruit punches, and it was so devastating.
Probably really from blood, but
well, maybe. But, so I'm gonna go Taco Bell 5. I think they are outrageously expensive nowadays, and it's absolutely ridiculous. I was gonna say something that was gonna possibly get me in trouble, but it's outrageously ridiculous. It is just highway robbery. I can't get out of there without spending like $20. I really can't. It's hard not to. But I still love it. There's nostalgia there. I think I'm going to go. So I kind of did, my theory on this was like, where do I frequent the most? So sometimes it's not, kind of like, so I had the parameters, but where do I go the most? Because that's not like, whether I think it's the absolute best or not, the fact that I go there more often than other places, I think speaks a lot. So I'll put Chick-fil-A as 4 because you're right. Their fries are the best. Their nuggets, like there just is a quality there. They're clean. They are friendly. Shout out to Ricky.
Shout out Ricky. Yes.
Yeah, you guys know who I'm talking about. The
Yes.
general manager of the Stewart Chick-fil-A, just dressed to just professional in there and turning those kids into professionals as well.
Right.
But they are expensive.
Chick-fil-A,
again.
they sent them on a cruise.
Yeah. But they are expensive again. It's hard. Like if I go there with my family, it's hard, but it's quality food. I give it that. I'm going to go Wendy's next. Wendy's is my most frequented of the original fast food places. Like I go there like after my home group on Tuesday nights when it's like late and it's just me. I go there a lot, not every week, but I go there a lot, a couple times a month. To Corey's point, it may not be it's like definitely not, it's not a Flanagan's burger, right? But like I know what I'm paying for, and for the quality that I'm getting and the quantity that I'm getting for what I'm paying for can't be beaten. I can get out of there with like 3 junior. I get the $5 biggie bag, add 2 junior bacons to it, a 10-piece spicy nugget, and the biggie bag comes with the fries and the drink. I can get out of there for like $11, and I'm like stuffed. Like it's awesome. Their spicy nuggets are the bomb. I'm gonna go Payway next, guys. I like Payway. I think it falls into that category. I get my food in less than 10 minutes for sure. I just think I really like it. I like the taste of it. The value is pretty good as well. All you can eat freaking fortune cookies, dude. You can grab like 20 of those bad boys. And they're like the one in Stewart.
Yeah, because they taste good.
The one in Stewart. They're clean and they're professional as well, and they're on the ball. I will say that. So I'm only going for my local ones.
What is Stewart?
An undisclosed location.
It's a big city, it's a big city. But where I live.
Say real
go
quick?
ahead.
I used to work next door to Payway, and to make fun of people, I used to tell them they smell like the Payway dumpster because that thing stunk like an unnormal amount, like more than expected.
An unnormal amount.
Whatever word you want to use in there, but it was disgusting. So just putting that out there.
Yeah. And then I agree with Greg. I'm going to go Chipotle. And again, most of my power rankings were how often I frequent those. I love some Chipotle. I go there pretty frequently. It's just awesome, right? The quality is great. Like the freshness of it is good. It's fast. It's good stuff. And then my honorable mention is Mission Barbecue. I know you guys have heard me talk about that recently. I don't know if they're like across the board, across the country. I know they have them up and down this area, the Treasure Coast, down south. I don't know if they have them in Ohio and stuff, but they are awesome. Again, professional, clean, quick, good quantity, great taste, great value. And it's barbecue. It's different, right? It's not burgers. It's just different. So those are my 5. Kick it to you, Billy.
All right. And I guess I'll roll right into my worst. That way we can flip back out.
We'll go back.
All right. So quickly here, nostalgia factor, got to be Wendy's for me. Wendy's was the best of all time. And I agree with you guys about a great value score on that. But number 5 for me, absolutely disgusting restaurant. But the spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes is unbelievable. Everything else about the place.
To shout that out. Yes. Nothing else is good there, but I agree.
Everything else is disgusting there. Believe me, I've tried it all. Popeye spicy chicken sandwich, disgusting location. Don't look inside when you get your food. Number 4.
It bangs.
Yes, it's unbelievable. Number 4, Panera. Panera's got a wide array of foods, good salads, soups. You can get a bread bowl. Come on, Greg. You can get on with a bread bowl. You can get steak sandwich. It's good. I like it. It's pretty fresh. There's a lot of, it's like fake healthy because it's not healthy. Like people try to act like they put the condescending nose up about
all that bread you get. It can't be healthy.
It's all bread and shit. Number 3 is a beautifully ran establishment, Chick-fil-A. If those people in the drive-through at Chick-fil-A ran the country, I mean, we would all live in utopia. Those people are geniuses. I don't think they're on drugs. Seem like good Christian people to me. They run a real tight operation. The food's always fresh. The quality's good. They never mess your order up. Something needs to be said about that. I mean, a lot of these other places, they mess your order up 50% clip.
They do need to open on Sundays, though. Come on, dude. No, come on. If I want Chick-fil-A, I want Chick-fil-A.
You got to respect that.
No, I don't have to respect that. And
Kanye has a song. And he says, "Closed on Sunday. You're my Chick-fil-A." You'll love it. I'm gonna send it to you after the show.
Yeah, that's great. No, I love that.
Yeah, you'll love that.
Kanye for president. Go ahead.
I agree. Next up, Five Guys. Okay, Five Guys is in Pittsburgh. This is number 2 on my list. Five Guys in Stewart is ran beautifully by Kevin, my man Kevin. Shout out Kevin. He does a great job down there. But I think that their burgers are like hands down like one of the second best to my number 1. Just absolutely, like, to me, my 2 and my 1 are like light years ahead of anything else. So Five Guys, the fries. If you ever had the milkshake, the hot dogs are good.
Free peanuts.
Free peanuts. Like, you think fortune cookies are a big deal? Go to Five Guys, dude. You could be like a freaking elephant in there.
And like that like the value is built into Five Guys because of the amount of fries you get. Like you can't go hungry unless you're like anti-fry.
To me, that's the selling point, because you know what? $17 burger, you can suck it, okay? But the fries are amazing.
Greg,
so it's a
Greg, we're not getting any younger, dude. We got to buy quality, all right? The price doesn't really matter. The body's the temple, dude.
That's some USDA choice select right there.
That's choice select, ground chuck.
Right.
Ask Kevin, dude. He'll send you receipts. And then number 1 to me, and this is leagues beyond anything else, and you guys already know what I'm going to say.
Swenson's.
Culver's. Culver's. I'm addicted. I mean, I barely can drive by the place and not want to eat there. It is absolutely delicious. Don't ever get whatever Shawn gets, some weird sourdough melt or
get a damn burger.
Hippie crap. You go in there, you get an American butter burger. You get a concrete mixer in this hand. Don't skip the fries and all that bullshit. You just get those 2 items, okay? Fill that mixer up with all your favorite goodies. And by the time you get home, you are going to feel like you just got a massage and Deshaun Watson's favorite parlor. I mean, you're going to be like, you're going to be feeling
and their root beer, Bill. Their root beer.
The root beer. They have specialty ice cream flavors.
And they have diet root beer, which most places don't. So I got to give them a shout out for that.
Well, nothing to do with that.
Not only that, exceptional service, quality food, fresh food all the time. It's always
the value is good. I'll give you that too. The value is good.
And people in there, they look like they're from Wisconsin. I know they're not, but the workers look like they're from Wisconsin, and they're real nice.
Well, they have their own TV channel that is nothing but Wisconsin.
What's this all about? You know what I mean? And they bring your burger out, and I say, this is fantastic, lady. So, Culver's. You haven't been there? They don't pay me to say this shit. It's amazing. Getting into my 5 worst now. I got to say this quietly. My daughter is sleeping, but she'll be real mad at me if she hears this list. So, number 5. Waffle House, absolutely disgusting. I don't know if my daughter loves.
I don't think that's fast food. I don't think that can qualify. That's a sit down. That's a sit down.
That's a Steak and Shake in Waffle House. I had them on the tier 5. Okay, and there's Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake's got a drive-through.
Wait, what's Payway then? I'm sick of these double standards.
Hey. Payway, but you can sit down at any of these places, but Payway you get your food like lickety split, and you're not paying. Like Waffle House, you're sitting down, you're being waited on.
I'll skip Waffle House.
Some of these are debatable.
What?
But Bill,
let
me just interject real quick and say that I believe that all of us are going to have one particular one on the worst. But go on.
Maybe let's check that out then.
I think we're going to have one.
Waffle House is disgusting. If you've never been there, don't go there. Next, all right, we'll skip that. Number 4, and I'm going to put these together because they're owned by the same company and they're often combined. Taco Bell and KFC, absolutely disgusting. The nostalgia level's high for Taco Bell. the anger factor that they goaded me into eating that shit for 20 years is real high. Like that shit is like if you had dog food and you had Taco Bell, like my dog is going to dog food before he goes to Taco Bell. That grade F meat, oh man, and what it does to my stomach. It's every time I eat that, I feel like I'm only eating it to show my colon who's boss. I mean, that's the only objective because when I eat that thing, woo. Come on. You know Gunner doesn't like eating that stuff. That stuff is terrible for you, boys. Number 3. I never knew about this place till I moved to Stewart. Checkers. Absolutely disgusting. I went to Checkers and I pulled up there and I swear, do you guys ever pull up to a fast food window and you're like,
I low-key love Checkers.
I think to myself, I don't know what was done to my food, but I know something bad was done to it. But and then I'm like, I don't care. I'm hungry, and I eat it anyway. Like that's the feeling at Checkers every single damn time I go there, which was only twice, and it was disgusting. Number 2, Arby's. I've never seen a nice Arby's. I've never even had a good item of food from Arby's. All of it's bland. It's all
love the beef and cheddar melt.
You know what? Beef and cheddar melt is good. Everything else there is disgusting. And the Arby's sauce is good. And curly fries are good. But everything else there is disgusting, including their floors.
So you just named their like half their menu. It's good.
Well, I'm getting into why. Because their floors are disgusting. Their employees don't.
I go drive-through only, Bill. I don't know what you're doing. In there.
Maybe I made a mistake going in Arby's. Either way, like their roast beef, same all that, or the the crappy cold cut sandwiches, they're terrible. They're fried stuff, terrible. Okay, number 1 on the list, man, Burger King. And I'll explain this to you guys, okay? If you've ever had a properly made Whopper, it's fantastic. It's an A, you know? The problem is I haven't had one in like 10 to 15 years. The Burger King in the undisclosed location is
that I mentioned.
Absolutely disgusting, dude. Like you pull up in that place, I wait in the drive-through line for 20 minutes. I'm pinned in the drive-through line and I get my food. It looks like they were playing hot potato with my food in the kitchen. Like they're just slapping it off the wall, playing volleyball, slapping the bag back and forth, like probably laughing about it. And then they hand you your food and they have that look of shame on their face. Like they know what they just put in there. Like they're hoping you pull off before you look in the bag. Not to mention everything in there is wrong. It's more upsetting to me that they have a good product. They just can't fucking make it right. So that's my list, boys. And
it's $1 for cheese.
Yeah, that's true. But also, I recently went to the world's largest McDonald's in Orlando, and I had a cheesesteak there, pasta, and a pizza. It's in Orlando, and it's McDonald's, and it has all those items. Check that out. That's fun. They all taste like crap, but it was fun.
Good experience. All right, Greg, back to you.
Back to me. All right. So all these 5, I will say that at some point in my life, mostly when I was a kid, I say 4 out of these 5, I enjoyed the nostalgia factors there, but overrated and just meh. I'm going, and I don't know how all 3 you went against this, but fucking Wendy's, man. Wendy's was so good when I was a kid. And even like when I was a teenager, it was great. The square burgers, everything was fresh. Inside was awesome. You know, Wendy might have been the first redhead I ever fell in love with. I don't know, but dude,
careful.
They have gone
all
so far downhill. It's not even funny, dude. First off, they got rid of the 4 for $4. I don't want to hear any bullshit about inflation, dude. That was the best thing you had going for you. Nix that, right? The broccoli and cheese baked potato. How are you going to have something that good, that fantastic available, and then 86 that? What are you doing? Okay. And the last time I was at a Wendy's, I went up to the counter. I ordered what I ordered all the time, right? I was already told I couldn't have the broccoli cheese baked potato because it discontinued, so that pissed me off, right? And then I was like, all right, let me sub out the drink for a Frosty on my meal. They go, sure. Would you like vanilla or strawberry? I said, no, I want a Frosty. And they go, yeah, sure. Would you like vanilla or strawberry? Where's the fucking
Frosty.
chocolate Frosty, dude? We only have vanilla and strawberry. And I told him, if you set a strawberry Frosty down here on this counter, it's going across your restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you kidding me? Like one of the best dessert, fast food, milkshake, whatever you want to call it, and you get rid of that too. Yeah, Wendy's can keep it, dude.
The broccoli
Best chili though. Best chili.
That's their
Chili?
old burgers they put in there. You know that, right?
That's
But
fine.
What?
the broccoli.
Oh yeah, but
potato,
you gotta use the meat.
Yeah, it's true, I guess. But the broccoli potato, how old is that? Was that a long time ago?
And
or is
who
that
the fuck
recently?
is
wasn't
going to
that-
Wendy's to order a broccoli
Dude, it was so
cheddar
good.
baked potato?
I'm just
Come on.
Listen. If
Greg
you guys
ordered
haven't
a
tried it,
T-bone
then
from
don't
Denny's.
dare comment on it. Okay?
Everybody.
How old
I
is
have
it?
tried
I
it.
did order. Yeah, it was
Like
delicious.
5
And
years
then he
ago?
had the
10
audacity
years
to be
ago?
like, "Ma'am, this isn't good."
Oh, it was
Remember
it was
that, dude?
inedible. It was inedible.
It was like 2 a.m, and you're
I
at
know.
Denny's.
What happened?
Oh yeah.
I ordered a
He
T-bone
ordered
steak
a
from
T-bone.
Denny's,
You did?
and it was
When he was like,
literally inedible.
You're
It
a
could not
chef,
be.
like-
Greg.
Early
I know, it was
sobriety,
bad.
yeah.
It was bad.
And he
Early
asked for it to
sobriety.
be comped.
And then because it was so
No.
good.
Yeah, and it did get comped.
It did, but you should have
Yeah.
owned it, ate it, and paid for it.
It was inedible. Anyways,
fault.
moving forward, number 4.
I'm glad we brought that up here because the world
Yeah.
needed to know.
Suck it, world.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, Subway. Drastically downhill. Used to be one of my favorite spots. It's just everything again is super expensive. The quality is bad, and the fact that they had like a child molester as their main spokesman. Yep, keep
Yeah,
it moving.
True.
It doesn't
Yeah.
go well for
Yeah,
you.
Not a good
that
look.
ruined your brand.
Not a good look,
Um,
Subway.
Number 3, McDonald's. All right. I loved it as a kid, whatever, the nostalgia, sure. It's just gross. It's gross food. The fact that what we know now is that they pump a whole bunch of chemicals in it. You guys have seen the experiments where they put the burger and the fries in a glass case and leave it at room temperature for 12 years and it still looks the same. Dude, how can anybody want to put that in their bodies?
But they're
beyond
the
me.
goat. You can't really pick on them. Right?
Yeah,
We've
I can't.
we've literally
I can't.
put worse.
I
in
think
our
it's
can.
bodies.
trash food.
All right. That's why I didn't
Trash
pick them.
food.
I agree.
Number
Dude,
2,
heroin.
Burger King. I agree with everything Bill said. Burger King used to be amazing. The fries
dude.
were great.
It did.
The Whoppers were amazing. They had, you remember the chicken Parmesan sub
Yes.
that they came
On
out
the
with?
long-
That was
it was like- it was
longer
like-
one.
dude,
yeah.
oh my God. Burger
Yeah.
King used to slap.
Corey,
and
that was before your
Well, I
time.
was going to say Corey doesn't
It's-
remember.
I don't remember that at all.
I saw the
It's-
look
it's-
of
it's like-
disappointment on his face. He's like, what is that?
Dude, the chicken parm was amazing, but it's like
So good.
all the higher ups at Burger King was like, you know what? Let's find every way possible over the next couple of years to completely ruin our company,
Yep.
and that's what they've done, and that's why you see all kinds of like family Mexican restaurants or like banks that look like Burger Kings. That's because they used to be one, right?
Mhm.
And now they're something else. So yeah, and of course, the number 1 most overrated, most overhyped, and Bill's alma mater, right? Jimmy John's.
Wow.
What a shithole. Okay. Like, first off, and my biggest beef, okay. How are you going to run a sub shop and not offer a hot sub? Give me a meatball, give me a chicken, give me something.
Give me a
right?
tuna melt, bro.
Give me a tuna,
Anything.
something. Right?
First of all, they
No.
have tuna salad subs.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
hot,
gross.
not melt.
Gross. Yeah.
The entire mantra is freaky fast.
right. You can get freaky fast and still have a meatball sub on your menu or
I'll tell you what
or
else is
anything.
freaky
You run it
fast.
through a little toaster, whatever you got to do, man. They don't even toast the bread. When I get a roast beef sub from Jimmy John's, I mean, it is drier than the Sahara, right? It's gross, dude. Yeah, completely and totally overrated. Jersey
Number
Mike's
one?
blows it out of the water. Number one.
Wow.
Jimmy John's. If Jimmy himself is listening, dude, you need to rethink your. I mean, I know he's a multi-billionaire and partying with Kid Rock, but yeah, you can keep it.
I will say a Jimmy John's sub, I could tell you cost about like 5 cents to make, and they charge about $10. Corey loves the place. I used to be a GM at one. They are vastly garbage, but they are also on the decline as well. But number one is insane, Greg. Come on.
I stand by it.
All right. We've heard. Go ahead, Corey.
Okay. Wrong list. Hold on. Other post-it note. Checkers sucks. Long John Silver's. Who wants?
That's a good one.
Overrated.
Who wants
Good one.
Seafood as fast food? That's just disgusting. It's
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh, that's
Checkers,
bad.
Listen, Sonic. It is overrated.
Yeah,
I can't
it's
say that
overrated.
it completely sucks. I do enjoy some things occasionally, but like
I would agree.
My
but if
daughter
they-
will fight you, Corey. Don't.
I get it, but if they took it off the face of the earth, I wouldn't care too much.
Hey, real quick, Corey, am I tripping or did I was gonna say Long John Silver? Did they used to sell lobster tail, guys, or some version of that?
I never remember that, dude.
No,
I didn't eat at it very often though.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder why we never ate there very much.
I said Checkers sucks. Sonic. This one's rough for me. Because Chipotle's getting mentioned, even though I don't even really. That's in a different category of fast food, I think, as far as what we're talking about. Like compared to McDonald's, Taco Bell, and all that stuff. Like it doesn't have a drive-through, or maybe some of them do. I don't know. The one by us doesn't in the undisclosed Stewart location. Here's the thing, Moe's. I had a good experience there recently, but largely, Chipotle beats the shit out of Moe's any day of the week.
Hooks 'em, dude.
Easily.
Dude, it is amazing
Easily.
how many people don't think that. It's amazing.
It's so overrated, dude.
It's overrated. I
Bad.
did have a decent experience there, but I'll take Chipotle any day.
Any day.
Yeah.
And then finally, Greg, I don't think it was on your list. This was the one that I thought we were all going to share, and I don't think it's on Shawn's either, if I'm reading him correctly. Arby's is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. It's gross. dude.
I agree, but I love the beef and cheddar melt, and it's 2 for $6.
The
Come on.
He
curly
doesn't have
fries
Arby's on his
alone. The curly fries alone are enough to pull it out of the top 5.
Curly fry, yeah.
Go to
But don't order anything else. Like they have all those commercials with all that other food. Don't order anything else.
I think they had a gyro there. Could you imagine?
did.
eating a
They did. They had
gyro
all
from
kinds of stuff.
Arby's, dude. That's like the
They have all kinds of stuff.
wow.
And like the commercials, some of it looks good, but it's not.
Long John
We
Silver's
have
had
the meats.
It's fake.
Long John Silver's had lobster bites, by the way. My
Ooh.
God.
Hey,
That's-
real quick for all the
Is it
old
like crab
heads
with a
out there.
K?
How about
Yeah.
Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips? That's a old school.
What is that?
I don't know
Hell's
what that is. Yeah.
Greg?
Oh, none of you guys have had Arthur Treacher?
No.
All right. Well,
No. The kid doesn't qualify.
it did.
There's not enough of them.
They don't exist anymore. They're
That's it.
out of business.
It sounds like it's from like 1955 or something.
It probably was, but they were around when I was a kid.
I've never even heard of
Go
it.
to Arthur's and get a burger.
Go ahead, Corey. Sorry these rude gentlemen are interrupting you.
I know you guys really need to think about this tonight, about how you treated me. I think I mentioned them all. I will circle back really quick and just say that yeah, Checkers is garbage food. I don't know how anybody likes that.
Mine loves
Oh,
it.
What? Who loves it?
He said he likes it. He
I
does.
don't know why. I like Checkers, dude.
Did you ever
why.
look at the food before?
I don't
you
really
eat it?
like it. I think I just trick
You know
myself
what's
into thinking.
you know what's
I do.
funny is up here they call it rallies, but it's literally they're the
Same
same company.
Yeah.
It's the same menu. It's just called rallies instead.
It's like Hardee's
That's
and
weird.
Carl's
Hardee's,
Jr.
yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
thing.
That's weird.
Mhm.
That's all. That's all for me, I think.
Thank you, Corey.
I did forget. Yeah.
Go ahead. Say what
I
you
just
were
real
saying.
quick. I forgot to shout out Firehouse Subs. I didn't think they qualified, but they're the best subs in
Dude,
the
remember
in the game.
Quiznos?
That was
Quiznos
terrible, Shawn.
was the tits.
Oh,
no,
man.
Quiznos
You
was
like
good.
Quiznos?
I just never had enough money for it because I was always getting high when they were open, and I just never had enough money for it.
Subway was giving a beat down.
The thing, so I totally messed up on the directions on this. For some reason, I only thought we were supposed to pick one overrated. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense now that I say that out loud. It was just my thought. But I got a couple shout outs though. I just want to shout out Hog Heaven up on the mountain. No, I'm just kidding.
Hell yeah.
That's not fast food. It was a buffet style. It wasn't fast food. Anyways,
A lot of hog being had in that heaven.
a lot of hog. She had a lot of hog in her since the last time I saw her. That's for sure.
What the?
We'll have to edit that one out too.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know. I think keep
No, I'm
that.
just
That
kidding.
one we
I'm
can keep.
kidding.
I would say McDonald's is definitely overrated. I think like Hardee's and all that stuff, Carl's Jr. I think Jack in the Box is overrated. All those kind of, I know those are mostly like West Coast stuff, I think, if I'm not mistaken, but I've had them a couple times and I think they're all overrated. And I've heard nothing but like Jack in the Box is the best. Guys,
remember we went to In-N-Out in Vegas?
Oh, that's In-N-Out too. That was the other one I was thinking of. That's overrated. Jack in the Box, In-N-Out, all that stuff. Oh, guys, I think Culver's is overrated. I'm sorry.
Oh.
It is good. Listen, and I want to say this. I am not even trying to I guess I am trying to push it a little bit, but I didn't dislike it. I really didn't. It was solid. I don't see the hype that I just don't see the hype that you guys are talking about. I really don't. I haven't had a concrete mixer, so maybe I got to try that. But burger wise, and just like the fries aren't that good. Like they're okay.
Oh my God.
They're not that good. Personally,
The fries aren't exceptional, but you had like a sourdough patty melt or something. That doesn't count as a burger.
Patty melts are the best.
Go there and get the American
burger.
classic.
Somebody help me out here. One of the listeners put it in the comment bag or something. I just don't see mailbag, something, anything. Just say something in my defense, please.
No one's defending you after you're talking shit on Culver.
I don't see the hype. It's cool. Right, and it's mid, as you guys would say. I think personally. So
that's all. A man that likes checkers, I'm not offended. All right,
true that, dude.
I do kind of like checkers. Oh, I think Burger King is overrated too. I agree. It used to be the best, and it's just terrible.
Overall, they've all declined.
Oh yeah. It's almost like a intentional marketing, like to save money or something. You know,
PDQ, and I think that's overrated. It's cool, but it's not. And you shouted out Kevin and Five Guys earlier. You know, he's a GM of the Huey Magoo's. Totally overrated. I will say though, their buffalo sauce is good, but it's another. It's okay. It's the truth. He didn't invent it. He's just the GM of it. I'm sure it was clean. They were on top of their service part of it, but it's not. You can't just have a chicken specific.
I believe he's the area manager too. So.
I want to confess to something real quick.
Go ahead. I'm done, by the way.
This doesn't make me look great, and it's a character defect of mine.
Perfect.
But Kevin can attest to this. I text him once or twice a year just to tell him how bad Five Guys is and how expensive.
Remember when he used to bring bacon when he would hang out with us?
Yeah,
night?
I mean that's tight. But
you don't like Five Guys?
It's not like it's.
I think
fun.
Five Guys is a little overrated too. Personally,
yes,
it's good. It's good.
Fine,
I don't mind it, but it's not.
It's not worth the money. I don't care how many peanuts I get. I don't care how much fries I get. It's not worth the money, and it's not that great of a burger. But it's not terrible
for the
either,
money.
But
you guys have the same palate as my daughter. I get it.
Sometimes I send him articles that I find
Avia is a smart. She's smart. So. I
Real
would
quick.
say I would either go if I want a fast burger for value. I'm going Wendy's. I love their junior bacons. I also love Wendy's just plain spicy chicken sandwich. Literally nothing on it.
No,
just
those are bomb.
sandwich, just bread. I love it. It's the bomb.
I get that too, but
if I really want a burger, I'm gonna go to like Flanny's or something like that.
No, but you want a high quality
upscale.
fast food burger. Where are you going? Like
I honestly don't know if I have that.
It's not in
process,
your
like high quality fast food. I'm either gonna go sit down at Flanagan's real quick and have one, or I'm gonna go to Wendy's.
I'd rather have Culver's than Flanagan's any day of the week. So
I kind of would too, but Flanagan's is a really good burger when it's right, but they've screwed it up too much for me.
Yeah, but nobody outside of your undisclosed location knows what the hell Flanagan's is. So that's irrelevant and erroneous. Okay.
Kind of triangulates us.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Michael Scott's favorite New York pizza joint.
Oh,
the best there is, Sbarro, baby. I don't know how we forgot about it.
The good one. Talk about overrated. Oh,
Pizza
there's nothing
city.
like having a large, sweaty Italian man with a hairnet shell you out a slice of za, you know?
for $6.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Guys, this was fun. Anybody? So real quick for the listeners, we're sorry if you wanted to come out of this episode feeling better about your better living, you're not going to get it this week. We ran way over time. We're gonna table that till next week. We do apologize. We'll make sure we get back to it next week.
No recovery.
Not only that, you're going to be real hungry for shitty food.
Yeah, which I'm probably low key. I haven't eaten dinner tonight. So I'm going to Wendy's.
Where we going?
I'll meet you at Culver's.
Yeah,
They're closed. I already looked it up.
See, that's the other thing too. Most of my Wendy's, it's late night. It's like this time of night because of what my volunteer stuff I do on Tuesday nights, in the recovery community. So I'm out late, you know. So, but anybody, you guys, any parting fast food thoughts? This was fun. I enjoyed this. Anything else? I'm forgetting stuff. Like I love Pollo Tropical. There's a lot of fast food.
Oh, they're great.
Low key. There's a lot. So
and also I thought that Sheetz and Wawa did count. Personally, I mean it is fast food. You go.
I agree, but I in my mind I put them in just like their own little subcategory because they're also a gas station. Like
yeah,
it might make it better in a way.
Let's have a talk about Wawa one of these days. I'll tell you guys something.
So also real quick, pulling up what's open right now. It seems like the later that you stay open, the worse your food is because Checkers, 3 a.m. Taco Bell, 3 a.m.
Yeah. Wendy's is like 1 a.m. or whatever it is.
Get the drunk people in there.
Anybody got anything they want to wrap up with? This was good stuff. We're going to have some more power rankings of just all kinds of random stuff in the future because it's a great kind of conversation piece. It really gets it going and we get to piss Corey off even more than we normally do. So
whatever.
Good stuff. All right, cool guys. All right, well,
listen. See you guys at Wendy's.
Yeah, let's go hang out in the parking lot like all the high school kids do.
Yeah.
Shout out to our listeners. Thank you for your support. Please like, follow, and share on all socials at Trudge Report Pod. Again, that is at Trudge Report Pod. Email us, send mailbag requests, topics, questions, comments, any of these handles. You can send that stuff to. If you have an idea for a podcast or for an episode or for a segment or just something you want us to talk about, I think if you don't know by now, we can literally talk about anything for an hour and a half. Doesn't matter what it is, and we can make it funny and interesting and even semi-intelligent. Remember, we are all here on a serious note. If anyone wants to talk about recovery and our experiences, or if you're struggling with some form of addiction, we are here. We want to help. It's in our DNA to help. Thank you again to Miss Janine and Stella Mix Podcast Management. You are wonderful. Good night. God bless. And may you trudge the road of happy destiny. We will see you next week. Cheers.